Here we go. Yes, so, go live. Bam. I think it's funny because it just recorded me testing it with this new program I'm using. Yeah. So, but anyway, hello, good morning here. Time for waifus. Of course, it's time for Arifureta, which is turning into just a beautiful harem anime, right? With hot characters. No, but as I keep saying, after episode 8 or so, or of last season, so 12 years ago, it's just when, Tio joined, it definitely turned into just like a ISEKAI harem show, with Edgelord just smashing his waifus, right? And a lot of fan service. Who doesn't complain about that, though? But I think it's kind of funny, kind of similar to, of course, Shield Hero, right? That's coming soon here, of course, in 2-3 weeks now. That, like, after Nathumi, right, kind of gets his, the multi-bitch revenge, yeah? After that is passed, right, in Shield Hero, it's kind of 72. Then he just kind of goes into like a normalistic guy with waifus and Philo and the thoughts. Yeah. This anime feels kind of similar after he kind of escapes the cave, right, and kind of gets some revenge, shoots a guy and so on. Gets some revenge. After that, the anime certainly has been way more less as an edgelordy and was more like a adventure isekai. Yeah. But anyway, last week of course he saved his Tilf, of course, clearly in love with him. And now I guess gonna fight the Angel, and his waifu harem army is probably gonna fight the demons, right? So let's watch it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. And of course after this we do also more ranking and an Elden Ring on Twitch later on. Yeah, so here comes the god servants, which the nun of course is the angel, which was incredibly obvious. I kept saying that for like a few weeks. I was like, the nun is clearly the angel in the opening, right? Yeah, see if things are pretty open now. Like yada. Okay, it's super dark. Here we go. Angel. Maybe let's fix it. Yeah. I will kill God, he's gonna be like, I feel it's like I will murder God and every one of you. Suddenly God is very likely the end boss, right? It's very typical JRPG, yeah. God itself is the end boss, right? Very JRPG. It's always like some kind of crazy God is some kind of tentacle god is the end of those games. But no, but seriously, she's serving God, right? They kind of created the isekai or whatever, kind of summoned them, so to speak. It's certainly the God is extremely likely the last boss in the anime. Not this season, of course, but I'm talking like season 4, maybe 3. I don't know, but And I really wish people could explain to me, novel readers, did Sensei get it hard in the novel, right? Because again, why is Sensei naked in the opening with the nun, even though it never happened in the episode? Yeah, because again, in the opening, right, Sensei has no clothing on her. Yeah, the thief is getting it in the dungeon from the nun in the opening, but in the episode it never happened. She never did anything to her except kidnapping her, but she never like got her naked and so on. Yeah, it's very weird. Yeah, it's always come from the gym here, right? Bring my protein shakes. I'm sure he's gonna probably smash the angel too eventually. Typical isekai harem guy. He gonna probably seduce the angel lady, right? After he beats her. Defeats me in waifu. Defeats me in waifu in this anime. Much more like that. But here we go. It's so incredibly dark anime. Holy shit. Okay, that's better, yeah. Best girl! Here we go, come on. Shea. Maybe the princess can do something? I don't know. She's obviously joined the harem too now. Little Himi-chan, but I don't know if she has any use except being a cute blonde princess girl. Typical... Yeah, like a typical Swedish princess girl. I don't know if she actually adds anything to the harem except being cute. Just hear Tio. Oh! You gotta love Tio. You such a weird sound effect there. Oh, you answering for me? It's like just a weird hentai dragon. Yeah, she has to answer like she's in kind of porn. Like, why is it a weird mono hello sound? Yeah. No. Yeah, it's like that's sad. Why Tio? Why? Why can't you answer comments normally, right? But yeah, certainly. Now they're gonna fight the demons, right? They're gonna fight the demons, and him and Sensei is gonna fight the angel. You clearly see that God is evil, because God is like uniting the angels and the demons together to fight the humans. You can clearly see that God is like, yeah, about that. Oh, come on, little slow pace. Yeah, I get it. They're fighting over there. Yeah, I get it. We got a supporter husband. Okay, here we go. Come on. Nice, look at that. Shea is like, let's go! I'm the best girl now! I've been the best girl, but I think she's like confident enough to show off her. It's probably gonna be a huge amount of pantsuit scenes with her as always. Here comes the CDI army. Oh no, it's so dark. Let me fix the filter to this anime. Oh, whatever, yeah. It's just a dark episode. But here we go. CDI turtles and shit and yeah. It's not as bad as it was in Season 1, right? Season 1 was worse, but this is really crappy. Like, let's be honest, this CDI is crap in this anime. As all the dragons all the dragons were the worst thing earlier. This is dragon waifu though, but yeah, she's gonna fight the ugly dragon CGI army. So I guess it won't be much about fighting the angel girl. Maybe later. It feels like they're focusing on the demons first there. It kind of felt that we're gonna fight the angel, right? But the non-angel. I guess not. Yeah, master. If I ask, what's the issue? I saw like a huge boobed angel to me. Yeah, she's mean to me. Okay, finally, what's happening? No T was flying away there. There we go. The cute dragon butt. Very good anime. Oh, she gets owned immediately? What? Suddenly someone nukes the tower? If it's so random! She flies off anyway, and they like, oh, nuke or something! Yeah, here comes the demons, and he's like, laser nukes the... Oh no, it's back to the goddamn laser beam dragons. But that felt so random. What, did he like teleport in a laser beam or something? He's like, as he suddenly just nuked the whole city or something, yeah. He's like, I teleported my nuke dragon. What was that? He's like, boom! Suddenly a laser beam appears out of a teleport black hole or something. That was some random shit, man. That was some... I mean, what did they do? Did they shoot the laser beam and then it opened a black hole or something? So the laser beam flowed through that and then it opened at the same time. So I mean, sure, I guess you can do that, but also they all fly into black hole at the same time. So they also immediately landed afterwards. If it's then unnecessary, kind of convoluted here. But anyway... Okay, here we go. Shea is getting serious. Oh, you know she's best girl. I would love a Shea episode. Come on, baby. T already had her dragon breaths moment here. Yeah, see? No, she's like black holing this shit. Classic. You activated my trap card. Magic Cylinder, baby. My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card. I love playing with Magic Cylinder back in the days. Magic Cylinder is, if I take damage, it's actually reverse your face slide. So, when for example Mirror Force is like your minion dies like, Magic Cylinder just reverts the damage back in your face. So you can basically kill them with it. Yeah, which is much better for some decks, right? Than actually killing their minions. Classic card. Especially if you play a burn deck, like I used to play competitively for a long time. Oh, she's like, oh, she's doing the Matrix shit! Here we go! It's like, come on, demon! Yeah, come on. The most iconic movie since ever. It's almost like, come on. Here comes a penguin, or an orca or something. What is that? Is that supposed to be a dragon? It's like a penguin. Penguin wings. I mean, guess penguin all have wings, but you know what I mean? An orca wings then. Nice. It's gonna be so much Shea panzer, right? I can't wait. Man, this guy is really into it. He's seeing a hot bunny girl. Okay, yeah, like, oh, it's another black hole. She's just throwing out these like teleportals everywhere. Yeah, it's like, but I like it. It's a Shea boss fight here. Very good. Against the penguins. Yeah, it's like bunny girl versus penguin dragons or something. It's mostly gonna be her boobs and ass, right? Like last episode was just fighting, and I spent half the episode was showing her pantsuit. I mean, I was complaining, but it's goddamn Shea, right? She's just a goddamn fan service character. I think generally she's the best character, though. She's the funniest little... She's the victim, though, right? I was bully her, yeah. They were so mean to her first season, but, you know, Shea is a beautiful girl. See, that is a penguin, isn't it? That's like a dragon penguin. What is this crap? Why do they have, like, huge penguins to fly on? Penguins can't fly! It won't help if you have a bigger, you know, penguin like king penguin, monarch penguin, and emperor penguin, right? So if you have like an emperor, I guess like, I don't know, god penguin, next step, I don't know. Mega emperor penguin, it still can't fly, man. It's just a bigger, fatter penguin. They can't fly, they swim. I don't know, maybe it's swimming in the sky or something. But I don't know, yeah, Shea has a badass moment. Finally, they're getting Shea to some... Not only is this in this fan service, but actually it's like, she looks like she's reliable, right? Usually they just steal their panties, right, and run around with them. Now it's actually like, no, I'm gonna fight! It's good, I like it. Shea gets her little own, like a non-fan servicey moment here for Best Girl. Those are penguins though, okay? But look at that, good. Shea, you go Shea! Show them, show those penguins. Indeed! She's very confident, and the panzer seeds though, very good. We need the panzer seed. Come on, Shea. that's some Yamato side boob! I love it, that's some, yeah, Yamato Shea. Oh, what is this thing? Okay, it's a CGI shit though, but it looks like as hell, but it also kind of looks badass. Okay, she summons a huge, so what? I think Wrecking Ball Shea, I love it. Okay, go, you go Shea, wreck those penguins. Oh my god. Oh, it's adorable, yes. She summons a Wrecking Ball to hit penguins with. I love she's so confident. There we go, yeah. She's like, whatever! I'm just gonna spin my Wrecking Ball! That's good, Shea. It's like easy for her. She's like, nice. So she's passing Wrecking Ball instead. This is actually probably the best fight so far in the anime. This is probably genuinely probably the best fight so far, seriously. Okay, so it petrified her. But I feel Shea's gonna use boob away from that. She's gonna use her boob power to avoid it, certainly. Here we go, see? I knew it, see? She's gonna flex! And I like it, the boob was the last, no part of the last thing to explode. That's good. They know what we want, yeah! It was like, you know? It exploded the most in the oppa. Very good. This anime knows what we want. Badass bunny girls. Almost easy for her. Yeah, she's just owning them. She's just owning. Yeah, I'm a bunny girl! I'm a cute bunny girl! Like he's so... Oh nice, you captured with the Wrecking Ball. Yeah, good fishing here. That's good, Shea, that's good. Nice. That's nice, Shea. Very nice. It was too easy for her. She was just owning him, yeah. And she laughs here like, you lost! Yeah. No, she just laughs here and kind of makes fun of him. She stands there. You call that strong? Demons these days. So here we go. She laughs again. I'm used to do it. Classic Shea. She's gonna make fun of him. This is the Shea. This is the best girl I love. Come on. Oh, what's happening? Does it dice now? It's more like it's died from the else though. Man, I like still the boob glare and everything. Yeah, it got the oppa glare effect, you know. Badass warrior bunny chick. Come on. But I knew she was gonna laugh at him. That's Shea, right? I knew she was gonna land and be like, yeah. I knew she was gonna come down and be like, hee, weakling. You know, that is how she is, right? She's gonna come in there and make fun of him. You lost. But okay, yeah. So now it's gonna be... I don't think they're gonna have much of the alien fight. Feels like now she's gonna have... Yeah, you're gonna have her, like, vampire... I don't know. It's more like a magician fight, I guess. Like, yeah, like... She's gonna have her, like, magician fight against the dragons. Dragon demons. Doesn't feel like they're really, like, gonna give the alien fight some... Oh, yeah, those weird turtles are still here. It eats the lightning, okay. Yeah, the turtle thing that we saw... It isn't actually the same turtle, but we had an older turtle, right? They were flying on the dragons, they were shielding them. So turtles are apparently very anti-magic. Or very defensive. Which makes sense, they're turtles, but yeah, so the turtles have a lot of defense magics. Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, so the demons have like trained that turtle army. I mean, it makes perfect sense to me at least. Why wouldn't they, right? Okay, here we go. She's pissed off though. Yeah, she's pissed off. But if it eats the lightning, what if you do like a huge lightning? Can it eat anything? You know, this has like a, you know, a minimum requirement, or a maximum, sorry, maximum, because I mean. Like this lightning, can it eat this lightning, or would it explode, right? Fish is like, yeah, eat this! Yeah, here we go. Eat, exactly! Eat this turtle! Exactly, call it out, yeah, you can't consume this much energy. So I freaking call it there, yeah. It's just like overwhelmingly much magic power. You can't eat this shit, you're gonna explode, right? Okay, it's kind of lazy now. It's obviously still frames. Yeah, the anime unfortunately is lazy. We know that. It's like CGI and still frames. Yeah. Certainly. Okay, so she's destroyed turtles, I guess. So I don't think he had the defense post left now. His arm is like out of defense, right? Probably. What's his plan though? He keeps. This is of course Usei from Demons. What's his plan here though? Okay, explodes everything. I don't know, this feels like a terrible plan for him here. Because if everything explodes, the strongest people are gonna survive, right? Yeah, like a nuke. This will, hurt her less, right? Because she's like a very, very, one very, very strong person. Where his arm is gonna get wiped out, right? So he basically costs a nuke now, but it feels like, yeah, not the best strategy. Because he has a bunch of units, right? She's one person, so like all of this, weekly is gonna die, right? She's at the least just dying it. Yeah, I don't know, but that was really stupid. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. She's a vampire. She can probably easily heal this by drinking the dragon blood. Yeah, look at this. She's like, perfect strategy. This is some narrative shit. Haha, I got you with my body. Yeah, this reminds me of narrative. He's like, haha, I got you now. There we go. Whoa, actually pretty blood here. She's a vampire after all. There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah, she turns red. Yeah, come on, she's a vampire. She's undead, right? She wasn't. Isn't really hurt by getting her impaled, right? You need a cross, baby. You need a cross this. It needs to be a wooden stake, man. It can't be a dragon shit. But think about it, this anime hasn't really explained any other shown any other vampires, right? So I wonder how much a demon knows about vampires. For us, of course, a vampire is an iconic fictional character, right? But for these demons, maybe they aren't actually used to vampires because she's like the only vampire. Maybe he's like, what, a vampire? How does that work? He was throwing it out there. Maybe he has no idea how vampire works, right? But they're gonna escape in this. Can she like create another hole in front of that? I don't know, yeah. It's obviously blocking those guys in the weak dragons easily. Here comes Shea and she won, right? And she's all happy. Yeah, you see fighting? I won her! I won so easily! I loved it! It's one of the best shit, man. She's so happy! You still fighting those guys? They weren't even that strong. I freaking love it. She can't stay like you gotta hurry up, girl. I finished like an hour ago. Oh, that's good. That's good. Of course, she's coming or gloating. Oh, I love it. But that's what she's fun, right? Because she's always trying to piss her off, right? Yeah, you haven't won yet. He's escaped. But yeah, finally to the angel. But this is probably next episode. I don't think you're gonna finish this angel fight right this episode. So we finally what? No, this looks a weird angle, right? I usually cut through Sensei, but that is this is very weird. That angle is the first impaled Sensei, but come on, that look too. That would be too brutal, right? Can't hurt the tilts that easily. But I guess he's to fly around here with his tilth, and that's gonna be annoying. I suppose Tio is gonna call me right to take Sensei to escape, so he can fight without having to carry Sensei all the time. Because now he's definitely handicapped, having one hand constantly carrying one of his many wives. But of course, she can't let one of his OG wives get hurt, right? Think about it, he's a teenage boy, right? He grew up, having a crush on his sensei. Trust me, every teenage boy has that. It's like, come on, we all know that. He had this woman as his, sexy sensei for a few years, right? Something. Of course, he wants to smash her as any other teenage boy ever, right? Okay, here we go. The angel is doing something weird. Okay. Oh, it's flame. I actually thought it was kind of disappointing, because I thought it was going to be bigger. It's just a flamethrower. I thought it was going to be a guy. We saw the guy nuking us earlier. Or a tower, but whatever, Honestly, that flame thing felt a little lackluster. After seeing the guy shooting a laser beam, this blew up a whole building easily. She's like, flamethrower. Yeah, the flamethrower feels way weaker than laser beam or wrecking ball or whatever. Massive wrecking ball flinging thing. Okay, suddenly it's a gospel going. And she's kind of smug, I guess, about it, so... Is that some kind of angelic power? Some kind of god power, maybe? Fate power? Pretty much Elden Ring. It's 2-finger fate powers coming. It's a very weird soundtrack now, you know, this is sometimes a kind of gospel. But as I mentioned at the beginning of reaction, I'm sure that God, right, God itself, male or female, whatever, right, the true God, whatever, is probably the actual last boss, right? Very likely. In whatever season, not this season of course, but like season 3 or 4 or whatever, right? Certainly. I mean, I haven't read the novel, right? I'm an anime only, but I think it's kind of obvious that she's serving, you know, the true God, right? Which is of course then the creator of sending them to this world as well. That has to be the last boss. I don't know if he's trying to like meditate with her. You know, he's trying to negotiate with her. Doesn't feel very like she's into. She has a very clear like you are destroying God's, you know, system, right? God had a plan and I have to kill you. Typical angel, yeah, you're ruining God's plan. So I don't really feel she's easy to like, you know, negotiate with, because she has a very clear like this is God's plan, right? God's will, this thing. But he's probably stalling. You know how he's probably stalling to his wife to get there. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, I react that. I react. But, I guess that's thinking about her nun team. Nah, I mean, she's kidnapping Sensei. It's all about, you know, this insanity for God, right? Of course I'm enjoying this show, man, because this Bunny Girl episode is the best Shea episode. Next episode's gonna be about fighting Angel. Less interesting, right? I'm here for Shea, baby. You know Shea is the best girl of the anime. But yeah, she's just like, I'm never gonna negotiate, right? Just like I keep saying. She's like, I have to kill you all because, you know, you're ruining God's plan, right? She's a classic fanatical Angel character. They're always like this in every anime. They're always like, I have to follow God's will, right? Okay, here we go. Oh, now she's summoning what? I don't know, energy ball of sort. Okay, that was way better than the fire. Let's see if Tio appears and saves the Sensei. Am I right in that? Ah! Tio appears! Kind of obvious, of course, he was. He did summon her earlier. He asked her to come there. Nice. Waifu comes in. But I see, I think she's gonna pick up Sensei, right? And leave, and then he can fight them 1 against 1. Not having to carry Sensei. Exactly, look at it. Master! Come on, she's gonna... No, actually, run away. There she goes. See, but I think it's obvious. You know, she's gonna fly away on... Yeah, come on, it's obvious. The Sensei is gonna fly away on a dragon, you know, right, on Tio, and then he can fight her, right? See? Like I called it like 5 minutes ago. But it was a very predictable ending. Here we go. So now they can do a 1-on-1, right? Next week we can have the Edgelord versus Angel. Yeah, fight her. But that was very predictable. I don't know what I said it like 5-6 minutes earlier. I was like, certainly it's gonna be the Tio. It's gonna come in there, right? Rescue Sensei. Arguably not rescuing Sensei. It's more about, you know, that Sensei, he can't fight while carrying his tilth, right? You know, it's more they can fight, but you know it's hard, right? So where's the scene? So that first, talk about the Angel first. Angel Tio fight. What is it? It's a cute scene with Sensei was staring at him, all lovable. Here it is. Sensei is all like, "Oh, I love you." Actually, let's make that. Why is that so tiny for? There we go. Way better. Oh yeah, I am way big. It's yesterday's stream. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. So yeah, like it's exactly what I expected, right? I mentioned it way back in the way back, but you know what I mean. It was very, very, you know. I feel not saying bad in the anime, but if you have seen enough animes, right, or if, like, you know, general this kind of action stuff, right, JRPGs, whatever, gaming, so on, right, you can have that feeling that okay, he's clearly being handicapped by carrying one of his wives, right? It's too hard to fight with her, and he can't, you know, go full power. We know that Tio was flying away earlier, the first bit of the anime. So of course can I come here and be like, I can rescue you, master, and pick up, you know, the waifu and then flies away with her, so he can get a solo fight. So yeah, I mean, what can you say? Right? It's exactly what you expect. It kind of follows the typical, say, storyline of this kind of caliber, right, so to speak. Not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that that's what you want, right? Everyone's the angel is all smug in his face. I hear this. So certainly the angel also, for that matter, that follows, right, that typical angelic characters. But I like that, I will argue, say this thing. I do find it easy, probably, to write angels in anime and so on. Because an angel is almost always, I mean, either there's some rebel, Lucifer angel, right? So there's some kind of like disasteral angel. Or they are Templar Knights, right? So if you know what I mean in trope sense, a Templar Knight is a character that is too much lawful good, right? So you can still do evil stuff, so to speak, while being lawful good. And yesterday I did this reaction to this new tactical role-playing from Square Enix, and if it was something as a kid that really taught me thing about good and evil and so on, was actually playing, of course, Tactics Ogre from Yasuma Matsuno from the previous tactical, basically the best tactical game ever, right? Because in that game, not too much here, but it's all about the lawful good characters are actually really evil, right? Because in that game, very minor spoiler, the lawful good character, he's gonna like murder a whole village, right? Children, pregnant wives, whatever, right? Because he's following orders, right? So if you're lawfully good, you follow your king, right? So yeah, this guy's gonna like massacre, some kids, right? Because the king told me to. I'm following orders, right? That's kind of the extremity, right, of being lawful good. And that game is really, really very well written with these different topics. But anyway, an angel, of course, almost always goes into that kind of behavior, right? Where they are so obsessed with their god. If the god is evil, then the angel will be evil, right? So to speak. But of course, from an alignment system, from a personality trait, right, they are lawful good, right? Because you're just following whatever is good according to them. And as I said, the early reaction part, again, I mean, I'm only somewhat, I don't have any secret info, but I think it's very obvious that God is the last boss, right? God is the JRPG, is very Japanese. Certainly God is the last boss, right? These angels are following God's evil command. They, of course, view it as a good command, right? They are like, oh, God is good because God is God, right? But as we know, God is probably goddamn evil, right? But in their perspective, God, of course, is always right? So, yeah, it felt completely pointless. He was trying to talk her down of it. It's like, come on, we're nice humans, like whatever. Yeah, it's like, this angel is never gonna, he's never ever gonna agree, right? But one thing I would say that I feel this anime reminds me of is Supernatural. I love Supernatural. So I was like, oh, Supernatural? But it also reminds me of that because, minor spoiler here, Supernatural, but basically, Supernatural has angels too, of course, and demons as well, right? Obviously, being it up. But there is, in season 4, I guess this, and 5? Is it either 4 or 5, whatever? There is this part where the angels actually help the demons, and not because for, whatever reason, but because the angels are like, we hate the demons, but by doing this thing, we're gonna cause the rapture. Like, we want to cause, all the humanity death, right? So the angels go completely crazy, in a human standpoint, killing all humans, right? But for them, it's like, no, God wants to have the rapture. That's a prophecy, right? We want to have this war between, this and this and kill all humans, and they all go to heaven. That's a point of God in the Bible, right? So they're like, we are gonna help the demons to cause the rapture, so then we can get that result that God wants. So they completely say the twist, whatever, right? To kill them all. Not all angels, but yeah, some of them are like, maybe we should kill all humans, right? Because that is God wants, right? This reminds me of that, which is like kind of helping the demons because God wants the demons to kill all the humans because of this reason, or God wants the war, he wants the rapture war, or whatever. He wants this Isekai character to fight the demons. That's what he wants. So he comes to Edgelord and ruins the plan, right? But anyway, so that's probably more next week, of course. Let's talk about Best Girl, right? Freaking waifu Best Girl. I love, it was funny too how Shea is so the side boob. That is some Yamato vibes. It's some family friendly Yamato. Man, she's always has very little clothes on her. And of course every episode with Shea, it's so much pantsu, and fan service, and she's always been an incredibly focused fan service character. I mean, absolutely, right? And of course, for example, when Mia steals someone's bra or bikini top, of course it's Shea's, right? Shea, of course, is suddenly naked or whatever. I mean, we know it. She's always a fan. Oh no, I got acid on my titties. You know, it's always every time with her. But, so certainly, my god, I love Shea. But I mean, certainly, as I expected, this fight was going to be a lot of, you know, ass and boob fan service, right? Because that's how she is. And she fights in this, I don't know, she fights in a bikini, right? Basically. More or less. I mean, she has like, yeah, it's not a bikini, but you know, it's like incredibly low, it's some kind of bikini fighting style. Like, what would you call it? Isn't she clearly kind of basically dressed up in a bikini? That being said though, I mean, she's always been my favorite waifu's anime. So I really like the episode, seeing she has all these best actions, because, here it is, yeah, because she has actually balanced, right? Yes, of course she showed her punches, she's fighting, of course she showed her ass or whatever, because again, it's Arifureta and it's Shea, and she's basically in a bikini all the time, but yeah, it actually was pretty badass. She's almost a wrecking badass, she's its own stuff, she's like, oh man, you losers, I'm a badass bunny girl, and she was like, what are you? I'm a cute bunny chick. This is not like a really stupid, you know, smirky fighting style and so on. Oh, where's the one when she was just all happy at him? Okay, that's not a side boob scene. Man, there's so much side boob. It's just it's very family friendly Shea. It is of course Shea the wrecking ball. I mean, it is ridiculous. Actually, you know what my favorite scene was? When she just smacked the wrecking ball. That was the best shit. First she switched the wrecking ball, she shoot it to her right, and then she was like punched the wrecking ball. That was the best thing. Freaking when she got the wrecking ball back to herself, and she punched it. She was like, "Oh, I think you got me. Oh no, I'm a badass waifu." Oh yeah, this scene here, I found it. Yeah, this is the best scene. And she's like, "Bam! Yeah, this is the best scene." And he kicks it on her. She's like smacks it back to him. She's like, "Wrecking ball, bam!" And then punches it, kicks it to him in his face. This was the best scene when she kicked him, man. This scene was epic. This is some legit badassery. I think honestly it was probably the best fight in the anime, because even though it was a pretty short fight, she actually had some cool choreography. And this scene here especially, when he was like, you're weakened, your wrecking ball's going back, like, I punch it to your face. Like, come on, this was actually, I think, I would say genuinely probably is the best fight in the whole anime. Maybe I'm biased because she has hottest character, but I don't think so. I think actually, again, especially that moment, right, like kicking the ball in his face, was actually legit badass. That was like a legit badass scene. Otherwise, yeah, she was fighting goddamn penguins. Like, what the hell is this? Yeah, I don't understand that at all. They're fighting penguins. It's a good scene that the penguins they're floating on. Here it is, whatever. Yeah. They're like flying penguins. This makes no sense, anime. So an emperor penguin, right? That's the biggest penguin, I believe. Monarch, I think is the biggest penguin. It goes like emperor, monarch, king, or something. So so all the penguin names are based after, you know, monarchy titles, right? An emperor penguin, I believe, is the biggest penguin. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure on that. But of course, a penguin. This is basically a penguin, right? This is really looks like a penguin. But of course, a bigger penguin, like a monarch or an emperor penguin than the biggest, still can't fly. They used to have bigger, you know, flopping hands. Yeah, they can swim, but they still can't fly, right? They're not gonna be able to fly just because they're bigger. This is like super mega emperor penguin. It's still not gonna be able to fly. Otherwise, it looks like a penguin straight up. Am I the one thinks it's a penguin? It's like a penguin with some kind of dragon power or something. I don't know. It's yeah, very weird anime, and I guess it has had petrification powers for some reason. But oh yeah, wrong button. my face. Anyway, last. I don't forget about sexy vampire girls. It was kind of obvious though. She was just like, I got you with my blood things. Yeah, I mean, what do you expect, right? He's like, what? Vampires? And what for scene she got her eyes? Here it is, yeah. That's a good scene though. But I mean, what do you expect, right? She's fighting a vampire, and yeah, she got pissed off. I like that the turtles are very important, apparently. I said earlier, about the turtles about defensive, they can do shields, they can eat magic. And I like how I guess correct was like, I'm just gonna freaking overcharge it, right? With like massive energy, and then it's gonna die, right? So that was cool. And then, you know, she's a vampire, so blood and that stuff is just her shit, right? But maybe, I don't know, right? Do you think I'm right in that thing with the whole idea that he doesn't know what a vampire is? It actually feels somewhat reasonable, because while we have these bunny girls, right, we have the mermaids and everything, she is the only vampire in the whole anime, right? We never have any other race of vampires, but we have a bunch of other races, right? But she's the only living vampire, I guess, unliving or whatever it counts in anime. So maybe he's like, what, vampires can do this shit? Like, they actually somewhat makes sense. He doesn't understand what the vampire is, because she's been, sealed away for, so long, and she's like the last vampire or something. So he's like, what is a vampire? I mean, I kind of buy it that he doesn't actually know what vampires are. In some sense. Or more so, I mean a vampire itself, I mean like the power, right? That he wouldn't know exactly what she can do, given that he probably has never seen a vampire before. Except of course last time they fought. Yeah, because they met once earlier. But I mean, excepting her, of course, except her. That's probably the only vampire he ever encountered, I guess. And this feels interesting, as I mentioned earlier, because from a mental standpoint, we as the viewer are so used to vampires, right? Vampire must be... Is vampire the most common fictional race currently? It feels opposite that, because the Twilight is so on to right. Yeah, vampires are... I mean, zombies probably, yeah. Zombies or vampires are probably the most used ratio thing, right? Yeah, and maybe like dragons also, like human dragons. Yeah, dragonoids, also very common, right? Half dragon, half human, so on. But yeah, certainly vampires are absurdly common for us, right? Sitting here in reality, used to fictional vampires. But for him then, maybe he never knew what the vampire was. I don't know. But that's another great episode. Freaking Shea, Bunny Girl, follow me on Discord and so on. Twitter, I mean. Of course, Discord, Twitter, I'm going to post all the side TD scenes and so on, up ice. Of course, as always, because I love doing that, getting the the angles. Better ask us, I'll see you guys at the Osama ranking later today. And also check out One Piece if you're into the manga, right? We had a very controversial chapter today, which I would argue for may really, might really mess up the ending. Who knows, right? Yeah, there was a very, very special last page to the One Piece, and we got the next chapter what it actually means, but I'm a little worried, honestly, right? Oh, that's been going like A+ every year, but now I feel like this doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I guess we know next chapter. So I'll see you guys and have a great day.